Hey, good afternoon from Southeast Portland. We're here in a small urban backyard space where we got the really fun and unique challenge from one of our customers to create kind of a separate outdoor room around a tiny home that they just put in. So they just developed kind of a mother-in-law unit so they can have guests and folks stay over, family stay over. I'm going to walk you through that space and kind of show you a little bit about what we did. So this customer is actually an artist, so you're going to see some really cool stuff that he had created before we ever showed up. So he's got some neat cob work and cob bench over here. We did put in an eco lawn for them. They've got some low light conditions, so we wanted to give them the best opportunity to have a green or open space. And then we were matching existing paver pathway, so we just kind of extended that for circulation. So a lot of times in small spaces, it's really easy to overdo it, to overplant it. So, just thinking about circulation, what are the key points, and then how can you create like different things to activate the space. So we were really fortunate here. They already had some really great bones. They had an awesome deck space. They've got an awesome cob pizza oven we'll see behind me. But one of the brilliant things, and this actually was totally from the customer, but they cited this tiny home you can see so that it kind of naturally divides up the yard. And that was really driven by trying to keep as much of the tree canopy as we could. But I think it worked out pretty brilliantly, as you'll see, to kind of create really just two different rooms. So right now we're kind of in the main living space of the main home, and you'll get to see some of those features. They've got this super cool octopus cob oven, pizza oven. I'm not sure if it cooks pizzas differently because it's an octopus, but it looks pretty cool. So that's pretty awesome. And then when we were planting this, we were thinking a lot about how can we use some natives with a couple adaptives and like pops of color. So you see a lot of native plant material. Generally there's kind of the feeling of like a woodland habitat here. But yeah, we definitely threw in some crazies here and there and some color to give it a little bit of pop. But a lot of the planting is just about creating privacy as much as we can and separation. All right, so as you can kind of see, some of the things we thought about were, the paving and how do you enter and circulate around the space, and then thinking about touches like low voltage lighting so that, you don't have a trip issue when somebody's walking around late at night and that sort of thing. But they're here, they're finishing up some of the touches. This is actually a unit that came out of Cascade Locks area from a builder out there. And then Dan, he's a pretty handy guy. He's able to put some of the finishing touches on it. But yeah, so we created a nice little paver patio area, and then I thought the crew did a really great job of kind of creating those irregular curvilinear lines. So you can see we kind of created this kind of fun, almost amoeba-like shape with the paver patio. And it's a small little intimate area, but enough space to hang out. And as you can see, when you're now standing over here, we don't even experience the whole other side of the yard. And so the thought is over time is that this space will fill in and there'll be a real privacy barrier. As you can see, we've got a lot of urban neighbors, so we're really just trying to create this little almost room, if you will, with the canopy overhead and then the hedging that will exist over the next 5 or plus years. So yeah, just thinking about how can we create that separation within a small urban yard and create separate rooms.